Hey, it's Cole from Cole's Quilts. I'm having a good day today. I wanted to come on and just sort of like thank everyone who's been so supportive of me. I got into this quilting thing sort of by mistake. It was like I just kind of got into it because I was going to make a quilt for my guest room, and then I sort of like it snowballed and I became obsessed. And then when I thought maybe I could actually like do this as a business, it's come to the point now where it's like I'm just always going. So I have 2 or 3 quilts that I'm piecing, and then I have a quilt on my long arm, and then I'm putting together kits, and then I'm making videos, and then I'm going to my day job teaching at a college. And sometimes all I'm thinking about is the next thing. And one of the things that I've sort of had a challenge with is sometimes I'll finish a quilt and I'll feel excited about it for like a minute, and then if I don't jump into something else, I sort of like crash because it's like, I don't know, because like the dopamine goes. But anyways, finishing this castle quilt sort of feels like a big thing. Like the first big thing was my joy quilt. I still kind of don't know how I ended up making that, and I still feel like I'm probably the most proud of it. But like this one, it was weird. It was like, I don't even remember how I came up with the idea, but when I started, it sort of went through this same process that a lot of my quilts do. I'm sort of kicking around an idea, and then my mind sort of locks onto it, and then I become obsessed, and then I have to do it, and then I decide I'm going to do it as a quilt along, and then I'm making a kit. And then the piecing it part, I feel like wasn't very hard, and then it was sort of sitting waiting for my long arm to be free so that I could long arm it. And I sort of had an idea of how I wanted to long arm it, but it was definitely one of those moments when I took it off where I was like, I think I'm getting better at long arming. Because I feel like I generally do a good job. I like the work that I do. It's been a process over years of like learning how to do it. And often I'll have a picture in my head of what I want, and it'll end up like close to what I want. But with this one, it like ended up just like how I pictured it. And the first time in a long time, today I was like, maybe instead of working all the time, I should just like stop and relax, because I just completed this awesome quilt. And so I've been like knitting and watching a documentary about Billy Idol. But anyways, I posted it on Reddit, and like it sort of blew up on Reddit. And usually I try to comment, like reply to all the comments, and I couldn't. So everyone who did the quilt along, thank you for doing the quilt along. It was so much fun. Everyone who bought a quilt kit, thank you. This has been one of the most fun projects. And I posted in my Facebook group recently for the next like Santa quilt or cathedral quilt for the next quilt along. And Santa's winning, which is great because I spent like a lot of time drawing that Santa. So that's going to be the quilt along after the frog. I haven't figured out the details yet. We are on week 5 of the tree frog quilt along. That's my latest. I love it. Probably going to enter it in a show. Haven't decided which one. I hope you guys have a day that is as cool as my castle quilt.